I came over here, I see her face. I realize I know this girl, this young lady, because she's a very sweet, thoughtful girl. You can never expect your kids with teenager age to come with the parents to join the parties with the parents. The party is for parents, especially Asian Chinese parents. That's so amazing. I really impressed. So that's why when the first time I saw her, I feel like this is the so sweet girl. Everybody going to like her. Please welcome Kristen.
My speech is called Third Time is Not Always the Charm, and it is my vocal variety and body language speech. Okay. So let me start off by saying I'm not a very athletic person. I don't hit the gym. I don't run. Occasionally, I'll take a little walk around the block. One walk around one block with my mom. But more often than not, you'll find me lounging on the couch. So it's quite strange, but one day, I don't fully grasp the reason, but I decided that I needed to do something extreme. Snowboarding. Yup, a sport that requires balance, coordination, and muscles I don't think I have. So the first time I went snowboarding, you know it, I was stuck to the bunny slopes. And the bunny slopes, they're where kids go to learn and adults try their best not to embarrass themselves. And that's where I was for the full day, stuck to the bunny slopes. I would try to stand and I would sit back down. And then I would try to stand again and I would sit back down. And that's what I did, over and over until I reached the bottom of the slope. And then I would go back to the lift and do it all over again. But eventually, I got the hang of it. And I was flying down that slope. Okay, I was inching down that slope, but I was standing straight the entire time, and that's what matters. The second time was definitely better. It was like a week after, but I was with my friends. And my friends, that was their first time going to the slopes. So I was the master. I was the one telling them, it's all about the knees, bend your knees. It's all about the balance. Try to balance, as I was teeter-tottering along next to them. But that gave me some unwavering confidence, something that got to my head. Because that came the third time. I went to Mammoth. Mammoth Mountain, a mountain so big it's named after the giant woolly mammoth, and so majestic that I should have known not to let it get to my head. But I was committed. I was committed to stay on the bunny slopes. Because as I mentioned, the bunny slopes and me were like that. But somehow, some way, I got convinced to go up to the very top, to the summit. We need to go. It's Mammoth. What is it going to Mammoth if you're not going to go to the top? We need to go up there and take pictures. It's for the gram. How do people know that we're here unless we take pictures? Okay. So I got in the lift. We climbed higher and higher, and as I looked down, I was like, my stomach sank lower and lower. I don't think I was ready for it. I knew my limits, and this was not it. But I looked in front of me, and that gondola was filled with people. I looked at the people around me, packed like sardines. I looked behind me, equally packed, not a spare seat in sight. And I thought to myself, okay, well, if all these people can do it, then I can. The lift stops. I step off. I'm gazing at this beautiful view. Wonderful trees, all filled with snow. And I look down at this steep drop, 100-foot drop. And I think to myself, nah, this is not it. I think I'll take my picture and go. Then I look to my left, and I look to my right, and there are literal children up there, 5 to 10-year-olds, and I'm thinking to myself, no, if they can do it, so can I. So I strap in, take a deep breath, and I make my way down. And that's where everything went wrong. Because I was doing okay at first, you know, I was sticking to the easier route, the catwalk, where it's kind of like twists and turns, but it's pretty flat, you know, it's not too steep. All of a sudden, I lose my edge, I slip off this sharp turn, my body is suddenly flying forwards, and I'm sliding sideways towards the edge of the mountain. For one terrifying moment, I thought, this is it. This is how it ends. Me, a cautionary tale on one of the ski patrol websites. Girl goes flying, dies off the side of the mountain. But somehow I stopped just in time. I clamber my way up, and I'm back. I got this. I get back up. But the mountain was not done with me. I kept falling again and again. And to make matters worse, as I started to get into a good flow, I ended up in this flat section. And let me tell you, snowboarding is not like skiing. Skiing where you have poles and you can like maneuver yourself forward, no. In snowboarding, once you've hit a flat section, you have no momentum, you're stuck. So I had to drag myself out of this flat area like some tragic snow-covered worm. And by the time I finally made it out of there, I was sweating profusely, covered in snow, wondering, how did I get here in my life? This is not worth it. At this point, I think this is the universe telling me that I need to pursue safer hobbies, like knitting, like maybe competitive crosswords, anything but something to do with gravity. But, you know, I wasn't done. I had to get back up there. I went back on another lift, smaller slope, determined to get at least one clean run in. That's what I thought. Because I just had my biggest fall yet. I tripped over my edge and landed face first into the snow. Did I twist my knee? Yes. Did I look ridiculous? Yeah. Did I have to sit out the next 3 days in the lodge because of my injuries? Yup. But am I still out there this season? Yeah. You bet. Yeah. And you know why? It's because sometimes it's not the third time, it's not the fourth time, it's not the fifth time that has a charm, but you have to have fortitude. And if the kids can do it, so can I. Thank you.